Kick a little something for them cars that be bumped.
It isn't nothing like that. It isn't nothing like that good soul music. Now use it and let Jay Profit just lose it. With everything you do, just know she got your back, yo. And she'll even make you laugh show after show. She got the vibes that'll make you ride top down. And if you got a couple pounds, she'll be around. Justified Madness.
This love is real, oh na na na. You'll never have to question how I feel. Ooh, no matter what life brings, I know you got me, I got you. Forever to you I'll be true. This love is real, oh na na na. From day one I knew this love was the real deal. No matter what life brings, we've got each other on everything. This love is real. This love is real. Touched on a deeper level than what's on the superficial, on the physical. You were the first one to touch my very soul and teach me how to love again. You were the first one that taught me that real love can really happen and it's not just in fairy tales. See, I never knew that I could trust, that I could give myself fully until you came into my life. And for that I just want to say thank you and thank God for you. My heart is fully yours until the end of time. This love is real, oh na na na. You'll never have to question how I feel. Ooh, no matter what life brings, I know you got me, I got you. Forever to you I'll be true. This love is real. What's up, what's happening? It's your girl, Jae Yvette. It's Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. And welcome to the Sound Off Wednesday edition of Justified Madness. That was music from yours truly, my latest single, This Love Is Real. It's spoken word meets R&B, and it's available almost anywhere you get your music, everywhere except for one outlet that will remain nameless, Spotify. So let's get into it, shall we? The second Wednesday of each month here on Justified Madness is Sound Off Wednesday, where we get all the stress off our chest, then follow it up with some woo-saws so we can get through the rest of the week. So first of all, I want to sound off on this ridiculous trucker convoy thing that's going on. In the words of my man Curtis Payne, what the hell? Seriously, what are y'all even protesting?
Are you really concerned about right now?
I don't want them to digitize us.
You don't want them what?
To digitize us. I don't want to take medicine that'll hurt people.
What was the word you used? I haven't heard that.
Digital.
Digital? And what does that mean?
They're trying to make us robots. They're trying to make it where we have no choice in nothing. To where they can control us from what they put in our bodies.
And eventually we'll actually be robots?
According to what they're saying, not robots, but according to what they've already got a full man-made working female robot.
Seriously? Does she even know what she's saying? Okay, so if you haven't been keeping up with the news, this ridiculous trend started in Canada, where long-distance truck drivers obstructed traffic to protest COVID vaccination mandates in their profession. Well, long story short, it was a pretty nonsensical protest to start with, considering over 90% of truckers had already agreed to get vaccinated. So, and the whole "you're forcing us to get the jab" argument is ridiculous anyway, because no one is forcing you to do anything. You can either follow the company policy, which they have a right to set their own policies for the safety of their employees and their clients, or you can find another job. You have choices. And to add dumber to the dumb, Republican lawmakers and Fox News, of course Fox News, here in the U.S., have decided that they're going to cheer on these knuckleheads, encouraging this stupid behavior here in the States. So, thankfully, we haven't had convoys big enough to really cause the kind of chaos they caused in Canada before they started getting arrested, but they are trying to get something started here, and as they did in Canada, but the level of stupid is just as evident as you heard in the clip I just played. You people sound ridiculous. You don't know what's in the vaccine. Well, guess what? You don't know what's in that hot dog you're eating, but yet you eat it. You don't know what's in those cigarettes you smoke, but you still smoke them. Heck, you don't even know what's in that soda you're drinking, but it doesn't stop you from sucking it down. So if you're that concerned, please, just it's so one-sided and ridiculous at this point. You don't know what's in Tylenol, but if you have a headache, you take it because you know it takes away your headache. Well, vaccines do greatly reduce your chance of getting COVID. And even if you do have a breakthrough case, which that has happened, vaccinated people can still get COVID. Nobody said you couldn't, but it does greatly reduce your chance of getting severely ill or dying from it if you do get it. So it just makes sense to get the vaccination unless you're among the population of people who, for medical reasons, really cannot get it. And that is a thing. There are some people who are taking certain cancer treatments or have certain autoimmune deficiencies that prevent them from getting vaccinated. I get that. Those are the only people that I really have any sympathy for in this situation. And I'm tired of repeating this, but I will until y'all get it and stop this madness. Get the daggone vaccine. We want to live again, okay? Just stop this madness. And also, on a different subject, I want to say that I'm continuing to send my love and prayers to the people of Ukraine and ignoring the trolls who now want to whine about gas prices. And again, it's Republicans. It's always Republicans with the stupidity. Okay, they now want to blame the spike in gas prices on President Biden. Okay, tell me you don't understand economy and the concept of supply and demand without telling me you don't understand the economy and the concept of supply and demand. Yeah, the president really doesn't have much to do with gas prices. No matter who's in the White House, Republican or Democrat, that really is not a thing. And at least President Biden was honest enough to warn us that gas prices may go up as a result of sanctions against Russia. I can live with that. We have choices. Again, we can travel less, we can carpool, we can use public transportation depending on where you live. I know that's not an option for everybody. But you know who doesn't have a choice? The people who are forced to flee from their homes to another country because their homes are getting bombed by a madman. So in the grand scheme of things, I think paying a little more at the pump is a small price to pay to help put the squeeze on a dictator who is trying to erase an entire country off the map. Get over yourselves, please. So, before I go on with the sound offs, let's get to some music because I need a moment to woo-saw, okay, y'all? You're rocking with your girl, Jae Yvette, and this is Justified Madness.
Yo, what's new with the movies this week? What's new in music, yo?
Your girl Jae Yvette's about to tell you.
What's new in music and movies this week?
New singles dropping this week include 5 Seconds of Summer with Complete Mess, Blake Ross with Confidence, Camila Cabello featuring Ed Sheeran with Bam Bam, Charlie XCX and Baby, David Guetta and Afrojack featuring Missy Elliott, Bia and Doechii with Trampoline, Raheem and Lost Track, Machine Gun Kelly and Lil Wayne with A, Pusha T featuring Nigo with Hear Me Clearly, and Red Hot Chili Peppers Poster Child. And even though it wasn't just released this week, I want to shout out Crystal Crave. Make sure you check out Crystal Crave's single Curfew. It's out now wherever you get your music, and make sure you follow her on Instagram at crystal.crave and on TikTok at Crave Crystal. The new albums dropping this week include Bad Sister with Lucy 4D, Bandicoot and Black After Dark, Current 93, If a City is Set Upon a Hill, Downcast with I Saw Hell When I Was With You, King Von and What It Means to Be King, Moon Panda, What on Earth, RZA with Saturday Afternoon Kung Fu Theater, Stereophonics and Uchiha, Tone with So I Can't See You, Christian hip-hop artist Trip Lee with The End, and Young Bae with Groove Continental Side A. And for the full list of new music, check out officialcharts.com and click on new releases. New at the movies and streaming on Vudu this week, Fear. Svetla, a strong-willed widow, lives alone in a small Bulgarian village close to the Turkish border. She has recently lost her job as a teacher due to the lack of families with young children. One day, while hunting in a forest, she encounters an African refugee, Bamba, who is trying to reach Germany and will bring about a dramatic turn in her life. Reluctantly, she offers him hospitality, but day after day, a bond develops as Bamba learns the language and takes part in her daily life. Svetla will make life-changing choices that will go beyond her traditional community, creating a revolt among the villagers. Absurd, comic, and tragic situations ensue as she breaks barriers of loneliness, closed-mindedness, and fear of the outsider. Fear stars Svetlana Yancheva and Michael Fleming. Now, if you're more of a stay-at-home and chill movie and TV lover, no worries. Stream thousands of episodes, live sports, and exclusive originals all in one place with Paramount Plus. Access hundreds of iconic movies from award-winning classics to hit releases, breaking news, and more. Go to ParamountPlus.com to try it for free, and students get 25% off. Go to ParamountPlus.com now to sign up. And finally, are you a Cricket wireless customer with an Android device? Then you should download the Add It Up app now. Watch short videos, play games, answer quick surveys, and knock dollars off your monthly service. That's right, a few minutes a day can knock $5, $10, $25, even up to $50 off your monthly service. Plus, now you can earn gift cards from Amazon, eBay, and more. So what are you waiting for? If you're a Cricket wireless customer with an Android device, go to the Google Play Store now and download the Add It Up app. I've saved so much money using this app, no cap, y'all, and I had to share this gem with you. Now that's the wrap up for the week. It's time to get back to the show. You're tuned into Justified Madness, and I'm your girl Jae Yvette.
3 vocal powerhouses, 1 epic night. It's Maxwell's Night Tour.
Don't ever wonder.
With Anthony Hamilton.
Come on, feel me, baby.
And Joe.
Tell me what can I do.
The Night Tour, starring Maxwell. Featuring Anthony Hamilton and Joe. Visit bpctickets.com. Brought to you by the Black Promoters Collective.
We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. But it was my wedding day. We were getting ready and there wasn't a cloud in the sky.
No clouds allowed in the sky.
Bruno walks in with a mischievous grin.
Thunder.
You're telling the story, alright.
Sorry, mi vida go wrong. Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash, you did. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. Cause we don't talk about Bruno. Stop catching grenade. We don't talk about Bruno. I do anything. We don't talk about Bruno. Hey, black and blue. Beat me till I'm numb. Tell the devil I said hey when you get back to where you're from. Mad woman, that's just what you are. Yeah, you'll smile in my face and rip the brakes out my car. 7-foot frame, right so long as back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. Cause we don't talk about Bruno. Stop catching grenade. We don't talk about Bruno. I do anything. We don't talk about Bruno.
He told me my fish would die the next day.
No. He told me I'd go nuts, and just like he said, he said that all my hair would disappear. Now look at my hair.
Your fate is sealed when your prophecy is read. He told me that the life of my dreams would be promised and someday be mine. He told me that my power would grow like the grapes that thrive on the vine.
Oye, Mariano's on his way.
He told me that the land of my dreams would be just out of reach, betrothed to another.
Ooh, you said you love me, you're a liar. Cause you never, ever, ever did, baby.
Bruno. Yeah, about that Bruno. I really need to know about Bruno. Give me the truth and the whole truth, Bruno.
Your boyfriend,
What's good, y'all? This is Pink Diamond, and you're listening to Justified Madness. Call up your homies and tell them to tune in, too.
1, 2.
Wednesday edition of Justified Madness, and that's new music from Silk Sonic. The song is called Love's Train, and it's a cover of the 1982 R&B classic from the band Confunction. It's so good, I almost want to play it again. Yeah, stay tuned, I'm about to play it again. Cue music!
1, 2.
I'm just playing with y'all, but for real, it does sound that good. Y'all go ahead and stream or download that joint wherever you get your music. And if you're in Las Vegas or plan to be sometime between now and May 29th, hit up silksonic.com to get your tickets to see them live at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Quick programming note, I'll be back on the air again this Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time for the Spoken Word Saturday edition of Justified Madness. That's where I share some spoken word poetry and music with y'all. I'm on the air every Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on blogtalkradio.com/justifiedmadness. Now, if you miss any episodes, no worries. You can always catch up at blogtalkradio.com/justifiedmadness, or look for the Justified Madness podcast on iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Google Podcasts, Facebook Podcasts, Podpage, Podcast Addict, and just about anywhere else you get your podcasts. Just look for Justified Madness and also Justified Madness Extra, where I take a little deeper dive into some subjects. I do that about once a month or so. Make sure you follow, subscribe, share, review, and know that all the love is truly appreciated. Now, before I go on, I got to send a shout out to my official promo team, led by my girls Tracy in Richmond, Virginia, and Amina in Los Angeles, Cali. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Team Jae Yvette. That's Team TEAM and my name JWANYVETTE. And also don't forget to follow me on the Twitter at Yvette1. That's JWANYVETTE and the number 1. And since I'm no longer able to take live calls because the show is now pre-recorded, I do live tweet every single show, so make sure you're following me. One more time, it's Jae Yvette and the number 1 on Twitter. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Fanbase at Justified Madness 31. Now, before I close out, I got to send shout outs to my big Papa Ellis, my big sis Debbie Deb, all my fam, but whether by blood or by love, I love y'all to life and I love you for real. Shout outs to my Twamley, my Young Nation, my Mad Hatters, Yvette, Kamisha, Twin, Pammy, Brenda J, Alex, Quantez, JJ, Rockstar, Shane, and last but never ever least, my only born, my daughter Jessie. Y'all know her as Jessie James, and she opens up my show every Wednesday and Saturday night right here on Justified Madness. Now, up next, I have a spoken word piece called Brown Skin Girl from Jae Nichelle. Now, I wanted to share that with y'all, a little black girl magic and a little introspection, because I must say I felt this really in my spirit, and I wanted to share it with y'all, and I hope y'all can feel it too, because a lot of us melanated sisters can relate to the message in this poem. I found it on WAN Poetry's YouTube page, so definitely check it out. It's WAN, WAN Poetry. Lots of great spoken word there. And on the other side of the commercial, I'm closing out with a classic sound from New Edition and Crucial from their 1988 NE Heartbreak album. Thank you for rocking with me. I'll be back in a few with a final word for the night. You're rolling with your girl Jae Yvette, and this is Justified Madness.
Continues. All 6 live on one stage. This time, it's for the culture. New Edition, the Culture Tour. Live in the biggest concert of the decade. With hits.
That girl is
After hits.
it's my
The Culture Tour with Charlie Wilson. It's a non-stop hit fest. And special guest, it's the reunion of Jodeci. The Culture Tour, New Edition, Charlie Wilson, and special guest, Jodeci. Coming to a city near you. Visit bpctickets.com for more info. Brought to you by the Black Promoters Collective.
Here's a song that you just might hear at the Culture Tour with New Edition, Charlie Wilson, and Jodeci.
Brought to you by the Black Promoters Collective. You're listening to Justified Madness.
Don't you know you were
It's your girl Jae Yvette, and it's been real, y'all. See y'all Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on blogtalkradio.com/justifiedmadness for the spoken word Saturday edition of Justified Madness.